Don't start it, don't even do it. There are numerous realities right now in Florida. Hurricane Ivan is making its arrival. It's making landfall. There are people who have evacuated. That's reality. There are people who are staying at home. They are anchoring down. That is reality. There are infrastructure issues. There are emergency response workers trying to get to people who need help. There are numerous realities, but there's also an alternate reality. News stations and media have already said that cruise passengers and ships are stranded at sea. They're stuck at sea. That's where they're going to be. That's not the case. That's not true. We're going to share the story with you. Carnival updates and shares their new room service menus. Let's talk about cruising and cruise news right now on Island Time. A big happy Wednesday to all you Islanders. The first thing I have to mention today is I hope all of you are safe and sound. There are many of you in the path of this hurricane. You live in Florida, you live in Georgia, you're anchoring down. So many of you have stayed. I hope you're safe. I hope everything's okay, your property, and of course, most importantly, your family, yourself. Life is so precious, and I hope everything's okay. Know that we're praying for you. We're thinking about you. There are many states affected, and we hope that everything is okay. The news today, of course, is that Hurricane Ivan is making landfall. Winds are crazy, 150 miles per hour plus. The storm surge is there. It's going to sit there and just rain and rain and rain. We hope that everything's okay. For many, it's a life and death situation. Some people have left and decided to evacuate. Some people have stayed at home. We hope that you're okay. There's so many realities, like we said. And here on Island Time, we're here for each other. We are a community. We're going to continue to cover cruise news and how this hurricane affects cruising, because it does. We mentioned this on Sunday's show. We said hopefully this doesn't happen, but it probably will happen, and it has happened. There are already media who they have enough to cover, right? There's so much going on and the realities there. There's so many needs that they could get out the needs of families and communities. But there are several media outlets and stories out there that talk about cruise passengers and cruise ships. And yes, this storm has affected cruising. Yes, there are cruise ships. 5 of them were due to come in today to 3 different ports. They didn't come in. The ports are closed. But the passengers are okay. The ships are okay. They're not stranded. They're not in the middle of the storm. That's not the story. That's not the story that should be covered, but it is being covered. The story of cruise passengers and cruise ships stuck at sea, it's not right. It's not the truth. That is far from the truth. There are 3 closed ports, closed to cruise ships. Some of them closed completely right now in Florida. That's the port there in Tampa Bay. That's in Jacksonville, and that is, of course, Port Canaveral. There are 5 cruise ships who are due in today. They're not in today, but they're okay. They're not stuck at sea. All of these ships are either having fun days at sea or they're somewhere tropical, having a nice day somewhere. Matter of fact, let me show you how passengers on the Disney Wish reacted when they were told, you're not going back home. We've got to stay out here another day or 2. Here's the video.
This is likely to affect when the port is ready to receive our ship for debark. In addition, it will have an impact on ground transportation and when our local airports are able to reopen. Based on the most recent forecast, we've decided to delay our return to Port Canaveral until Saturday or Sunday.
Their wish has been granted. They were a little bit excited to have some extra time on the Disney Wish. Let's look at these 3 affected ports so far. First off, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, of course, has been in the news all week. Hopefully the hit's not directly over Tampa Bay, but the Carnival Paradise, who cruises from Tampa Bay, they are in Cozumel today. not stuck at sea, not stranded. The 9:29 sailing for the Paradise has been canceled. Jacksonville, the Carnival Elation, is at Freeport today. The 9:29 cruise is also canceled. Port Canaveral, a little bit more impact here. Royal Caribbean's Mariner of the Seas, Norwegian Getaway, MSC Divina, and of course the Disney Wish are all impacted. The Carnival Liberty has a sea day in Freeport tomorrow. The 9:30 cruise is canceled on the Carnival Liberty. Yes, this impacts people. Nobody is stuck, though. No one's stranded at sea. And worst case scenario, your vacation is extended by a day. 2 days, maybe. Or, very worst case, your cruise is canceled. It's done. You're not going to be able to cruise on some of these ships, and there will be more. But that fails in comparison to what's actually going on in Florida, what's going to go on in Georgia and in other states as Hurricane Ivan hits these states. There's roughly 20,000 guests on all of these ships who are getting some extra time. And for most of them, I would say they had the same reaction as passengers on the Disney Wish did. I would say that they're excited. Give me an extra day or two. But I know there are some passengers who don't have many days off. It's hard to get off work. They need to get back to work. They told their boss, I'm going to be gone for these days, and now it's extended. And yes, these bosses will understand. What else can they do? I want to ask you, though, what would your reaction be if you went on a cruise? If you're out there, you're supposed to come back a certain day, and the cruise line says, hey, we're not coming back. We have another day. We have another 2 days on this cruise. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have fun. What would your reaction be? Would it be a negative reaction? Do you need to get back? Would it be maybe troublesome and cause some worry and anxiety at home? Or would you say, here we go, exactly. This 5-day cruise is now a 7-day cruise. Thank you very much. I'll take it. Let us know your reaction in the comment section below while you're down there. If you're not an official Islander yet, I invite you to subscribe. Ring that bell, of course, to receive notifications when we upload content. And we invite you to like this video. Put this video in front of other users who love cruising and cruise news just like this community. Before we leave today, let's take a look at Carnival's new menus. I'm going to put these up. Yes, it is the news that Carnival released a couple of weeks ago. We're changing our room service menu. We're going to charge you more. There are going to be more items that you have to pay for. It's a change that many of us don't like. But what I do like is the new offerings on the room service menu. They're interesting. You will notice that there are still some free options at breakfast. You can still get that fruit that you enjoy. You can still get the muffins and the toast and things like that. A light breakfast, right? That you like to get that. You like to get your coffee, go out on the balcony. Please tell me I'm not the only one who likes to do that. But you're going to see other options there as well. You see now breakfast sandwiches. Not a bad price there, right? $5. You get a breakfast sandwich. You get a hash brown. I'll take it. $5 is not much. Although, I know many will argue, you used to not to have to pay for anything. Now you have to pay. Of course, your beverages and condiments are still free, but you'll see charges there. Look at this as well. For lunch, you're going to see different options, new options. Salads, of course, are going to cost now. Sandwiches, which used to be free. You used to be able to get several sandwiches for free. I used to love the BLT. That was great. I used to get the BLT all the time. Now it's going to cost you for these sandwiches and wings and chicken tenders. All of it will cost you, but room service is here. The new menu is here. And I have to ask you, Islanders, what are you having? What are you having for breakfast? If you have breakfast, of course, in your cabin. Or there's sometimes you take a nap or late at night, you want to eat something. What are you going to have from that other menu that has sandwiches and all sorts of different sides to order? Let us know in the comment section below what you would have. We would love to see your comments. Islanders, I hope you're staying safe. Everything's going to be okay. We're going to get to that next step, even if it's a difficult one. We hope you have a great day, a great rest of the week. We're going to see you in the comment section below, on our Facebook page, and tomorrow, of course, right here on Island Time.